Hello, hi, my name is Yangdup Lama and I belong to the district of Darjeeling. I come from a small little village in the district of Darjeeling, and I actually came to Delhi 25 years ago after finishing my hotel management from Calcutta, and I joined a hotel over here called the Hyatt Regency in food and beverage service, and I was asked to work in the bar, not inside the bar. In the first few months I was basically working as the junior most staff at the bar, so my responsibility was to do everything, picking up stores, linen exchange, wiping of glasses and stuff like that. After about 6 months is when I got the opportunity to work inside the bar, and of course it was exciting, it was nice, but I made a lot of errors in the first few days. That's how the journey started 25 years ago. I worked with the Hyatt for about 4.5 years, and then I quit and I became a freelance bartender. So I started off a company of mobile bartending service, which was fairly new at that time in the Delhi circuit. So what really makes me hang around with this profession for such a long time, 25 years, and I'm a very happy man being what I am. There are a couple of reasons for it. I think it is constant recognition, number one. Number two, since the day I went behind the bar and started making a drink, there was a lot of appreciation. So like I said, recognition was the key. But as a bartender, when I go behind the bar, and of course now I run bars, there's always been something exciting for me all the time, whether it was just as an amateur bartender, making a new drink all the time, placing the drink in front of the customer and seeing him enjoy the drink. That was of great importance. What this profession really does to you is that it makes you complete, because it requires good knowledge, so you got to be knowledgeable in that particular subject. It also teaches a lot of technique, so there is a lot of technique and there is no hard and fast rule. You have basic guidances, and beyond that it is about how you shape it up for yourself, right? So shaking a drink, stirring a drink, there are certain basic guidelines, but there is no strict notion. It's like an open blue sky, so you could make cocktails in whichever way you want to make it. The important thing is that the customer has to be happy through the experience. So that keeps me going. There's always something new to look forward to, even after 25 years. And I feel I'm still learning in the same way that I used to do 25 years ago. So there is a lot of learning all the time. Also, I moved from being a bartender to being a trainer, so I was always very keen in terms of sharing my experiences with younger bartenders, with people who are absolutely fresh in the field of bartending. A couple of challenges, especially for people from smaller areas, or for people, like the Tibetan community. So I come from the hills, I come from Darjeeling, very small village. I'm not a city boy, I'm a very village boy, right? So there are certain challenges. There are certain things which are, big challenges for us, but there are certain things which are of great advantage in this field of hospitality for us. So let me talk about the positives first. One of the key things and what works for us is there are a lot of things that is required to be a good hospitality professional. We talk about a good smile, good grooming standards, friendly. I think all of these things are anyways there with us. So we don't have to force ourselves to smile. We don't have to force ourselves to be happy. It's naturally there in our culture. Okay. The other thing is, hardworking. I think we are all quite hardworking. We are very sincere to our work. We are not the kind of people who take shortcuts. And I've seen that, so that helps. It helps to make your foundation strong. The other thing is, creative mind. We are very sporty and stylish. I've seen young Tibetan professionals, young guys, young Tibetans, and young people from the Himalayan region. They're very stylish. It does not have to be expensive wear, but they know how to carry it. They have the right choice. So looking good is very important. We talk about good hygiene standards in the hospitality industry. We also talk about great presentation. When it comes to cocktail bars, personality, these all things are anyways there within our system, so we don't really have to try too hard to incorporate these things into our lives. The challenging aspect is that we are a very shy character. So a lot of times we come across as very shy people. We don't just strike a conversation unless we really are comfortable with that person. So that is one of the key challenges for us, because in this world, in a world where we are completely connected with everybody, it is important that we strike a conversation. We take that shyness away. So we got to practice. This is something that we all need to incorporate. And even in our training sessions, whether it's in schools or whether it is in vocational courses, in all of the Tibetan centers, we should make sure that we incorporate this whole idea of taking the shyness away. Okay, networking. It's another formula to succeed in life, also to take the community to the next level. How does networking help? Networking helps because, it's like when you unite, you become a stronger force. When you work solo, you become a much weaker force. So what does networking do? And especially with Global Tibetans networking, especially for professionals, what it does is, I might be a great guy behind a bar, but if I knew somebody from my community who is probably doing something else, probably in the field of marketing or advertising or creative, stuff, I need a lot of branding work that needs to be done, right? And networking will help me make sure that I get somebody from the community, somebody who can help me do it or do it right for my place. The same thing applies when it comes to marketing. The same thing applies when it comes to PR. So networking actually gives you a couple of things. One is immediate help. Second is to know a little bit about what everybody around us does. My message to young Tibetans, very simple. Certain qualities, like all the good human qualities that we possess, please keep it intact. Very important, Second is, in whatever you do, in whatever field you choose to be in, the important thing is to find happiness in whatever you do and give it your best. So, okay, because what it does is, when you are happy doing what you're doing, you will always succeed, okay? And there is no shortcut in life, okay? Never ever think of a shortcut in life.